Hey, are you a high achiever who struggles with perfectionism? Do you get stuck in the cycle of overthinking? Do you do everything for everyone else because you think otherwise it won't get done? Do you feel like you should come with a disclaimer? Hi, I'm anxious. Hey, I'm Katy. Full disclosure, I'm not a therapist, doctor, or mental health professional. I'm just a career mama who also struggles with anxiety. For me, anxiety reared its head at the most inconvenient times when I wanted to be present with my family, at those high pressure business meetings, when I was laying in bed awake at night worrying instead of sleeping. I just wanted to relax and be able to have fun, and I know that you do too. What if you found tools to manage your anxiety? What if you knew how to enjoy life even though you are anxious? Look, it's time to put down that third cup of coffee and swap it for some lemon water. We're going to get control over anxiety so it can stop controlling you. Let's go, girl. Sweet soul, welcome to the Hi, I'm Anxious podcast. I'm so glad that you're spending time with me today. I look forward to my time connecting with you this way every single week. And I realized the podcast has been going on for over 2 years now. And although I have a trailer with an introduction, boy, how things have changed for me, especially over the past year and a half of my life. And so, if you haven't listened to the trailer or haven't been listening to the episodes and don't know me, or if you simply would be interested in a reintroduction, that's part of what I want to talk about today. And then I want to also talk about future plans going forward and how you can connect with me in the upcoming year. So, I'm Katy Doll. At the time of the airing of this podcast, I'm 42 years old. I'm a wife, mother, career HR person, and I have multiple businesses, including Hi, I'm Anxious, where I'm here to support, uplift, and encourage women just like you. And so, in order to do that better, I just want to talk with you today about, like I said, who am I, what's been going on, and what you can expect from me in future, because I would love to connect with you. So, the past year and a half of my life, so much has happened. I went through some really difficult times and some heartbreak, but I also underwent some major, major periods of growth and transition that I'm just so grateful for. And having time to be able to recognize how I've changed and grown has just been really powerful for me. And I've gotten time recently to be able to really sit and think and process some of that in a way that I hadn't to date. And I recognize that something that is so near and dear to me that has been instrumental in my success in life, in my enjoyment of life, and in really anything good that I can think of in my life, there's this theme of connection and community, connection with self and others. And so that is really going to be a focus area for me in this upcoming year and a focus area for us here in the Hi, I'm Anxious group. So get ready because I can't wait to amp up our connections as a community and what we can do to hold space for one another, to serve one another, to encourage each other, to lift each other up, and to help each other become the best versions of ourselves that we can be. And who better to do that than a group of like minded women just like you and I? So, my goal this year is to connect with you. This is one way that I do it through the podcast. I get some positive feedback, but this is just one way. I also have a free Facebook group. If you're not already a member, it's free to join. The link to join is in the show notes. We would love to have you there. It's one place where we can have some two-way conversation. I try to make it a place that is uplifting, supportive, encouraging, and there are a lot of really incredible women in that group. So we'd love to have you there. Please come join. You can also join my mailing list. If you go to my website, hyimanxious.com, you'll be prompted to sign up to join either the Facebook group and or my email list where I send out weekly information about the podcast episodes, And I'll be releasing a newsletter this year that I'm really excited about, where I can stay in touch with you and share with you things that I'm learning that are helping me, and things that I'm working with my clients that are helping them to live better lives, to enjoy them despite anxiety, to fulfill their ultimate purpose. And so I would love to have you join our community in one of those ways. In the near future, I'm going to be hosting some town hall groups within the Facebook group, so come join there if you're interested in joining. They're going to be really lighthearted, easy ways for me to get to know you, you to get to know me, and us to talk about the direction that we want to go in this next year, because I'm here to support you. So I want to hear how you'd like to be supported yourself. And there's some other things I'm going to be doing within the group too to get to know you better. Also, I just want to mention, I get that Facebook is not everybody's jam. If that is you and you are not at all interested in joining Facebook, I would encourage you to please email me one-on-one, because I'd love to connect that way too. You can reach out to me at support@himanxious.com. I'm there to connect with you that way as well, and I'd just love to hear from you. Another way that you can connect with me is by leaving me a rating and review on Apple Podcasts. That's a really great way for you to help others like you to find the show. If it's given you some benefit, it may benefit them as well. And it also gives me feedback in what's resonating with you in the show, and what you like about it, and what drew you to it, and how you found it, so that I can create more content that is similarly helpful to you. So I really appreciate if you do that. You just pause the show, scroll down in Apple Podcasts, leave a rating and review, and that's really helpful for me as well. So again, my focus this year is really going to be on connections and on serving in my community, and the primary way that I'm going to be doing that is within the free Facebook group. So again, the link to join is in the show notes. I hope you'll come join there. And I would just love to spend time this next year getting to know you better, getting to know what you want, getting to know where you're at in your journey, getting to know what it is that makes you tick, getting to know how you'd like to be part of community, and how you'd like to be served in community, and just be there to hold space for you, because I think that that's incredibly important, especially as high achievers. Oftentimes I think we're so capable. We get so much done. We're able to do so much that oftentimes all we need is for someone at times to hold space for us to be able to process, so that we can figure out what it is that we need to do next. We can overcome any challenge that is facing us. And also sometimes just so that we can have a little bit of fun, because I find that that is something that people in my community share in common, is that they struggle to relax and have fun. And so I'm really also this year going to be focusing on ways that we can do that together in community, which I think can increase enjoyment. So that's what I've got for you today, sweet anxious soul. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the community if you already have been. I would love to have you join if you're not, and I'm really looking forward to connecting with you and getting to know you better this upcoming year. Again, the link to join the Facebook community is in the show notes. It's free to join, or if you'd like to email me, I'd love to hear from you. You can reach out to me at support@himanxious.com. Thanks so much for spending some of your very precious time with me today, and I really look forward to getting to know you better this upcoming year. Take care, sweet soul, and I'll chat with you next week. Hey friend, thanks for being here. Did today's episode help you feel more in control of your anxiety? Did it inspire you to rest or relax? Or maybe it challenged you to really look at why anxiety is a part of your life? If so, I'd love to hear from you. If you would take 30 seconds, pause this episode, scroll down in Apple Podcasts, and leave me a review, I would be so grateful. See you next week. Disclaimer, I am not a medical professional, and this podcast is not providing therapy or medical treatment. Contents of the podcast are for informational purposes only and are not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult your healthcare provider with your health questions and concerns.